lives and how we can be better because of it. So, the four key pillars, as we talked about the other day, are self awareness, self management, social awareness, and relationship management. So, today we're really just going to focus on self awareness and we'll break down each pillar as we go along. And these are just going to be quick little brief trainings to give you all some insight into emotional intelligence. Again, not going to take up much time at all and just kind of break some things down for you because as I've gone through and looked at the membership questions when people are answering them, about 90+% of people are saying, oh, I'm just getting started to emotional intelligence. So that lets me know that you're brand new, but you also are not as adept to knowing what emotional intelligence even is. If somebody were to come up to you and say like, how good is your EQ? You'd be like, wait, do you mean IQ? And they'd be like, no, I mean EQ. How good is your EQ? So EQ is emotional intelligence. It is your emotional quotient to tell someone, if they were ever to grade you, how emotionally balanced, stable, and adapt you are to overcome any situation that would come your way. So that's what emotional intelligence is. Who am I? I am Mia Juliana. I am a health coach, certified health coach that focuses on emotional wellness. And what that means is I work with primarily professionals to help them find work-life balance by relieving stress and overcoming anxiety. So what I do in this group is bring some of those points to people to let them know things that they can do to help them feel better, to relieve stress, to overcome anxiety, let them have a voice to be able to talk about their stress and their anxiety and about other things that feed off of stress and anxiety, grief, binge eating, overeating, anger management, a lot of different things that people deal with. So today, we're going to focus on self-awareness and being aware of all of those things, being aware of when your body or your mind is completely done and is going towards that activity that may not be the best, or when your body is at its optimal state and it is functioning well. So, of course, it may make sense, but self-awareness is when you understand your own attitude in the moment, you understand your own reflexes in the moment, you understand your own responses and reactions in the moment. So when you are reacting, you see how I jumped when I did that? You're not just reacting. Instead, you are in a place where you can take a moment, breathe through it, and respond. Give that person, place, or thing your undivided attention and respond to it logically, respond to it kindly, respond to it from a good place. And some things are not always going to be kind. Some things need to be confronted with straightforward jerk or an asshole, right? So there's ways that you can stop and reflect and say, okay, I need to be straightforward with this person. I need to tell them no, or I need to tell this person what they did was wrong, or I need to go to this school and confront the principal about this bully, or whatever the case may be. And you need to be not so much kind, but you need to be able to address the situation, but not be in your feelings about it, but address the situation and say, this is what needs to happen, and this is how it needs to be addressed, and be able to do that in a logical state of mind. So self-awareness is understanding how you are in that moment with your attitude, reactions, and responses. So why do you do the things that you do are key things that self-awareness is about. Why do you react the way that you do? Why do you not respond? Or why do you respond the way you do? Why do you feel the way you feel when someone says X, Y, and Z trigger? Those types of things. And what does it take to satisfy you? This is one that I enjoy talking about, because if you know the things that satisfy you, you can change your mental state to a state of positivity when you know that those things can be accomplished. When you have a support system around you that can help you and hold you accountable to make sure that those things happen and that they do help you stay satisfied, help you stay content, help you stay in a place of amplified joy, right? So if you know the things that satisfy you, focus on those things. Make those things your everyday. Do not be ashamed to write them down on a little post-it and stick it on your wall at work, stick it on your bathroom mirror at the house, put it in your car on your dashboard. Talk about those things, make those things real. The more you talk about things, the more they become. As a man thinketh, so is he. Look that up on Google. As a man thinketh, so is he. Okay. All right. So moving right along, here are some of our strategies for being more self-aware. So, how do you feel right now? I posed this question in the group before. What is your emotional state? Are you hopeful? Are you joyful? Are you stressed out because you're in traffic? Are you anxious because you don't know what's going to be for dinner? Or you're anxious because you don't have any money to buy food for dinner? The refrigerator is empty. Like, what do you feel emotionally? And then how are you feeling right now also affects your physical state. Me, when I get really, really, really stressed, shoulders go up, the tension is in my neck, and I purposely have to put my shoulders down and release that tension. Breathe, exhale. Did you see that? Shoulders go down, I exhale out. But you, what is it for you? When you feel a certain way, how does your body feel? Mind is important, but the mind and body have to work together in order for you to function healthily. So knowing what your emotional reactions or responses are and what your physical responses are is very important. Labeling your feelings good or bad is a technique that we're going to get away from. Instead, you just acknowledge those feelings. I said it just last night. Yeah, I'm frustrated. Like, what you said or did was frustrating, you know? So acknowledge those feelings. Get away from saying that things are good or bad as it pertains to your emotional state. You have the emotions for a reason. Acknowledge them, learn to walk through them. And that's what I teach my clients to do. Learn to walk through those emotions. Don't stuff them, don't dismiss them, acknowledge them and walk through them. And that's what we do together. If you're looking for accountability and accountability coach to help you learn how to do that, then I'll put a link in the comments for you to be able to reach me. So keeping a journal, recording emotions and circumstances leading to those emotions is huge. So if you could take, and I also work with very busy entrepreneurs, very busy moms, people that don't have a whole heck of a lot of time, right? So if you take a journal, we don't have to make this a 30-minute exercise because that kind of stuff overwhelms me. So I try to teach people, take 30 seconds a day, 30 seconds, take 30 seconds a day and write down AM, feeling good, PM, tired as hell, whatever the case is. Write down how you're feeling. If you have another 30 seconds, you write on there after tired as hell, this is what exhausted me today. In the morning, feeling good, this is why I'm feeling good. I got 7 hours of sleep, whatever the case is. Take 30 seconds and write about yourself. Take maybe a Sunday and then just date out all the days in the calendar on your journal. So put, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all the way to Saturday, and put the date, the first all the way to the 7th. And then from there, you can write in the morning and the evening, just 30 seconds of what's going on in your day, right? For me, it's a lot easier just to do a journal, an audio journal. In an audio journal, you can just go in and you can just quickly say, children, this is real life. So for me, it's easier to do an audio message. An audio recording will allow for me to just go in and quickly say, I'm feeling good this morning. I got 7 hours of sleep. Boom, it's done. Come back at night, tired as hell, traffic exhausted me. April 21st, 2021. Boom, you're done, So those are some good strategies that you can put into place for becoming more self-aware and then knowing how you deal with your emotions. Now I'm going to skip down to number 5 because asking others how you handle emotions is pretty critical. If you can find someone that can be candid with you and tell you how you react or how you respond in certain situations, that is critical. If you can find someone that can be honest with you, it may hurt your feelings, it may sting a little bit, but just knowing kind of how you deal with those emotions from an outside party looking in can be crucial for you to know how to grow. And then go back to that journal. For me, it would be that audio journal and say, okay, so Janice told me that I react to traffic in this way. April 21st, 2021. Click, done. And then that way, okay, So that's how I was April 21st, 2021. How am I now in October of 2021? How have I grown? So, last point for the day, and I'll let you lovely people go, is acknowledge that you will have up moods and you will have down moods. Just like not telling yourself your feelings are good or bad, you're just going to acknowledge them. Just acknowledge the fact and walk through the fact that yes, sometimes you're going to have up moods and sometimes it's not going to be so great, but that's okay. We have those moods for a reason. Our ancestors had those moods for a reason. They weren't walking around happy and jolly all the time when a saber-toothed tiger came after them. Like we have emotions for a reason. So just acknowledge them, lean into them, and make those your own. And that's really all that there is to it. It's just knowing and acknowledging your feelings and your emotions and just going from there. So that's being self aware. So I hope that this has served you. I hope that you all have taken away some nuggets from learning a little bit more about emotional intelligence today. Thank you for being patient as I went through the technical glitches on today. And I will see you again later on this week. If you'd like to know more information about how to work with me, I'd be so happy to tell you all about it. I have so many different workshops and programs that are coming up and things that are already into play. So you can go ahead and get into a workshop now. They're less than $20. And you can even get me one-on-one if you want to. So I'll put all that information in the comments for you all to see. Have a great rest of your evening. And I will talk to you all again soon in the group. Bye-bye.